Hi, it's Lissy. This is part 2 of our forgiveness series, and today we're going to talk about forgiving ourselves. So stay with me. So last time we talked about forgiving others, and in that video I talked about how grudges and resentments are like clutter in your house, except they're in your head. And the more you can forgive others and let go of those bad memories, the more energy you'll give yourself to pursue the life that you want. Now, forgiving yourself is a somewhat different exercise. I have told you before that you are perfect the way you are. Now, what does that mean? What that means is that inside you is everything you need to live the life that you desire. And that's just the truth. Inside you is everything you need to be the great person that you want to be. Now, if you're already a great person, good for you. You've already done all this work, so great. Share this video with someone else. But most of us have hesitation or feelings of unworthiness or feelings of inadequacy. We feel that we don't deserve what we want in life. For whatever reason, who knows? Who knows why? But there are a couple of things that we can look at, and I'm going to tell you right now. So here we go. Have you ever done something stupid? Have you ever done something that you think is just appalling? Have you ever done something that was so embarrassing you can hardly bear to think of it? Have you ever had a failure? I talked in the last video about a man named Guy Winch, and you really should take a look at his TED Talk. It's called Emotional Hygiene, and in that video he talks about how every child knows that if you skin your knee, you need to put a Band-Aid on it. You know, that physical first aid is something that we learn very, very young. Everybody knows you need to brush your teeth. Everybody knows you need to wash your hands before you eat. Those are things that we teach our children very, very, very early. But we don't teach, or most people don't teach, how to take care of your emotional and your mental hygiene. So one of the things that he is talking about is that failure is actually a recognizable trauma. When you fail, when you mess up, when you make a bad grade, when you are shamed, all of those things are actual traumas emotionally, and they can skew your opinion of yourself. They can make you feel unworthy. They can make you feel small. So what I want to ask you to do is to think about something that you'd like to do that is enormous. All right? So you might want to jot some things down. Journaling, some people love to journal, some people hate to journal. So either one, whichever one you are, you can just jot down a little bullet point, or you can write pages about it. But pick something that you would like to do with your life. Maybe it's an old dream. Maybe it's something that you have abandoned long ago. And I want you to notice that as you are thinking about that and writing it down, certain things will come up in your mind. Images of things that you've done, painful memories. What's happening when you do this is your ego mind. That's a word that Freud came up with, and what that is the physical part of your mind that protects you from danger. It's the animal part of us. Your ego mind wants you to be safe. And so what it's saying to you is, if you try to do that, this other thing might happen. Remember, you tried that before and this happened. Maybe you shouldn't. And so what you're doing, what your ego is doing is in the guise of being helpful and protecting you from disappointment and pain, it is disempowering you. And so I'd like for you to notice, my minister, Tony Roebuck, calls them the yeah buts. I want to do this, but yeah, but nah. So think about those. And then what you can do, a very, very effective practice, is called EFT. It's the Emotional Freedom Technique. It's tapping. And it seems like it wouldn't work, but it does. And what it does is takes the emotional content out of these thoughts that you're having of failure. So you're still going to remember that time that you fainted when you were standing on the risers in the choir program. You're still going to remember that, but it won't have the emotional content that it has had, and therefore it won't block you when you're trying to do what you want to do. You can find people who practice EFT online. There are EFT masters, there are EFT coaches, and there are also a lot of videos on YouTube that will show you how to do it. But what you're wanting to do is take away the emotional content out of your negative thoughts about yourself. Mistakes are a powerful learning tool. And I read a book a while back by a man named Jonah Lehrer, and it's called How We Choose. How We Choose by Jonah Lehrer. And in it, one of his major ideas is that our brain really only learns from mistakes, from failure. We learn, a lot more from trying something and failing than we do by succeeding the first time. Beginner's luck doesn't really teach you anything. Falling down off of your bicycle teaches you something. It teaches you, better balance and the consequences of falling down, and it's encouraging in a lot of ways. So failure, mistakes are not in themselves bad things, and you are perfect the way you are. You have everything in you to achieve the life that you want, to achieve greatness, and this is the truth. So I want you to, once again, entertain things that you want to do, things that you maybe a new career or a dream that you've had of travel. Think about those things and note the yeah buts that come up when you think of them, and then do a little EFT. Take that emotional energy away. I really want you to have the life that you want to have, and I really do want you to be happy. I hope you got some benefit out of this today. Have a wonderful day. Bye.